live for the China offline finals. But first step will be reaching top 8. Let's jump into it, I would say. And we have interesting civilizations. We have Abitan with the Spanish pocket, obviously pretty lovely. Candy Pizza, which is Ladyhead and Nadia, Chinese flank. We have Lyria the Hun's pocket. And Teutonic Tanks, Persian flank. He is playing against Tim with the Huns. His pocket will be CL with the Aztecs. Let's see what he will have in store for us. And we have Whoop as a pocket and Frantic 5cm. Not 100% sure what he's referring to as a flank here. And let's see how that will play out. It is a good spot to go for a restart here, if you ask me. Since Aztec pocket, Spanish flank. We will see. Okay, going for the YOLO here. 2 arrows on the boar and then, or 2 volleys on the boar. And then going for it with the villagers. Trying to organize a team wall already here, as it seems. And label played out. No restart here. So instantly going for it. After we saw the very contested games yesterday. Yeah, going for a lot of restarts. And even 2 in the first map in some cases. For now, they will play it out here. I believe the positioning of Austria is just way too good. Oh, let's take a look. Tim not going into the TC, but look at that, Tanks. Having this villagers quite idle. Actually getting a pretty solid volley off there against Tim, who was quite far away. But where is the boar of Tanks? One is behind here. Did he not scout more? Those 2 sheep aren't scouted. And maybe he didn't scout that. Uh-oh, Tanks. Is there a Titanic incoming? He did not see that boar. And she did not scout that boar. Uh-oh, Tanks with a total Titanic here. Now completely out of sheep. Look at that. 3 villagers only in his TC. Did not find those 2 sheep earlier. And now even killing 2 deer here with 4 villagers. This is looking pretty slim for probably the weakest player here out of both lineups. Tanks, and what is this villager doing? Not 100% sure. What's her idea? And now going for the Drush. Panic house as well. Panic villager. This is pretty scrappy. Tanks also with only 18 HP and no loom here. And only 3 villagers around the TC. So it will be tough. I'm not 100% sure how this will work out for Tanks here. Let's take a look. CL with a lot of houses here early on. 4 on wood, so we'll see. Now, if he builds that house, it's unlikely that he will go for forward. We'll see. Yeah, pretty close berries here. And what is this villager doing? The trash one? Not 100% sure. Boar is here on the back. And should go for that a bit later. Capitan, Spanish pocket, pushed 1 deer, is now trying to go for the scout, I believe. Indeed. It's a pause, indeed. So don't get overexcited here. Uh-oh, even getting the next sheep and only 3 villagers. That might be so bad for Tanks. I saw it coming. Tanks, total Titanic game for him. Oh god, and even misclicking there. That is a bad boar lure, trying to get 1 villager in. That one will take some damage, and if he is gathering him into... Oh, what a horrible, horrible game here for Tanks. And what was that message? What just happened here? You can all hear me fine, right? Weird stuff. Okay, we're continuing. Strange emote. Well, it's a life of Jupe. There couldn't be a more fitting emote for Jupe than that one. Okay, LB10 taking a small pause here. And Tank's now trying to go for the panic walls. Needs a big carry of Leary here. I still have a good shot since CL is a pocket, and look at that, forward him coming, and he actually did wall and still went for the forward, so my read would have been way off here. I'm still wondering what that... Oh, LB10 losing his scout potentially here, 6 HP, 0 HP. And that's a situation that should not have happened. Nadia now clicking up, and that looks a lot like potentially some archers here, sending 3 villagers forward. No, not really. Pause lagging, it's a bit annoying, yeah, I agree. Tim going for forward as well. What was that with the 4 villagers? It's getting debated quite a bit, and oh, look at Tanks. Still without Loom, and he is overproducing militia here. I'm a bit surprised going for 5 and 4 on gold here. Tanks is playing so weird. As I said yesterday, Austria obviously a team which suffers nearly as much as Norway when it comes to increasing the format from 4v4 to 3v3, or from 3v3 to 4v4. Because Tank's absolutely not on the level of LB10 and Lyri, and absolutely not the experience of Nadia when it comes to the high level games. 5cm here going as a flank, is forwarding against the pocket. Interesting stuff here, and that's not scouted by LB10 yet, or is it? He's sending in villagers, sending 6 to the forward here. And the towers are scouted. We see the pocket whoop, that looks like knights. We still have the forward here, a lot of T90 boos in the way. And Leary probably didn't scout that either. At the same time, Tanks is still around, trying to go aggressive with the Strashi, but that will be horribly late. Few late timing. Look at that, 400 food only. Now still 4 on gold. I'm not 100% sure how he's trying to accomplish that. The tower is going up. LB10 will fight. Unsuccessful. Might even lose a villager here. Roop is around as well. That's looking so bad for Austria here. Getting defensive archers up. And not 100% sure what Tanks will be able to do. Not trying to do any funky micro, any splits. Now going for gold here is Tim. Getting 1 archer out. The rest is skirmishers, trying to wall the front completely here. But if he is not walling the side, it's still very tough for him. Blacksmiths into archery ranges here against Leary, who still should have no idea what's coming his way. Is sending a scout over to protect LB10. Who is having 2 gold spots over here, so that will be tough for him. Is now going for the further back one, and at the same time Nadia is not punishing 5cm for his crazy tower rush here. Going for the defensive gold. Tanks is doing fine considering that Titanic start. Well, the true age timing will 14:59, I believe. Yeah, that Titanic start obviously was super horrible, but now running out of farms. I don't see the greatest wood eco either. Still some idle villagers even. Even the follow-up isn't too strong here. What rating is Titanic Tanks? I believe he is like 1750 Ruby 1v1. 160 farms and 160 food and 5 farms. Still not very impressed. But yeah, he's up to feudal age. KD at the moment 0-4 for Titanic Tanks, 0-4 for LB10. But seems like Tanks will go up to 0-7 here. I'll be surprised if he gets a kill here. Tim needs to retreat, and actually Tanks, the guys with the most skilled for Austria here. Still could go for some team walls, but I don't see how Leary can make that happen, and he has no idea. The tower behind the wood line, more archers around here as well. That means he is completely dry when it comes to his wood income. Gold at the side, somewhat walled, but not 100% sure if that's in time. Eagle Warrior is coming around. Archer as well. Look at that, Eagle Warrior actually sneaked through, and the walls are finishing nonetheless. A lot of pauses here, very scrappy and annoying game here. Fletching helping out as well. One scout going down. Leary is now coming in, but we'll lose one villager for Shizzle. And archers going around, and those walls won't have the highest amount of HP. Let's take a look if he's able to finish those walls. 16 HP and 34. I believe CL will get in quite nicely here. Next tower, LB10 now completely out of gold. Where is he going? He's now going for some stone. At the same time, we have Nadia. Where is she going? Oh, fighting wolves here in the middle, but she didn't punish 5cm at all. Now going over with archers. I'm not 100% sure if that's the best option to fight against towers over here. And yeah, just 4 on gold, not enough farms. That will be scrappy. We see Tim now going for the tower offensive. 6 defensive villagers trying to get that tower up, but I believe that's a bit too close to all the skirmishers and archers. That will be a lot of dead villagers. 1 down for sure. Second one in danger, 6 HP, and that will be tough. I believe this tower is indeed not going up, and 123 stone, not enough to build another tower. And where's the next stone spot? Both at the frontier. That means no tower for Teutonic tanks. Complete Titanic from Dark Age now to Feudal Age. Let's see if it continues in Castle Age. We see TL now going over. LB10 super exposed here at the woods. He's getting a defensive tower up. What is Nadia doing? She should be punishing so hard. We see Whoop now going for knights here in the middle. Or at the pocket position. And that's a weird TC going that aggressively here. I'm a bit surprised. I'm going in here. What? Why is that not walled? Tanks! Yeah. Could absolutely not go worse for him. Now going wheelbarrow, and that's... Yeah, he doesn't even have enough food to click up now. Not enough wood to build a blacksmith. Tanks is completely out of this game. Guys, I believe this game won't take too long. Leary, kind of reasonable defense here against CL. Is up now, but CL has a lot of army and might be able to snag 1 or 2 villagers against LB10, depending on the reaction time of him. Whoop now, the knights will do a lot fletching, only now coming out for Nadia, who isn't playing too well, I have to say. 1937 defensive towers, yeah, not the greatest map, and it's tough to play the flank with China sometimes. And tanks just evacuating here already. Now going for defensive scouts. What? Oh no. Oh. Really making me happy here. LB10 lost as a team, I would say 5 villagers. And is now sending them back forward. CL punishing that outpost, and already GG. 20 minutes, 12 seconds GG call. Guys, that was not on the closer side here. Aye. So Nadia, not able to punish 5cm, who went onto forward on all the 3 gold spots of LB10, who couldn't do too much, didn't even click up Castle Age here. Leary defended reasonably well against the forward. Tanks, complete Titanic. Guys, let's be friendly to Austria here, and never speak of that game again. 20 minutes, only 2 players reaching Castle Age, so that seems to be the new meta here. Boop already having a solid boom advantage, having 3 TCs. Leary losing a lot of villagers here. Oh god. Migration is the home map of Austria. No. And LB10 trying to launch with 7 out of 8 players. And Genuine Tanks is doing fine. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why... No, I don't want to insult Enderine here in public. Anyone speaks German and want to cast the games with me? So Traeger is asking, Enarine, Skittle, go and help him out. I believe it's the biggest German YouTube channel with only over 1,000 subscribers. German content only. Nikov has PhD in German. Unlikely. Nimino! Nikov has a PhD in communication studies. Is that so? Okay, some more time to eat. I believe migration won't look that one-sided here. Abitan very experienced on migration. Levyhead has a good idea. I believe Titanic Tanks will play a pretty solid pocket as well. And Leary, yeah, obviously world class. Oh, that's true. Frantic is playing this without Tim. They're playing Whoop, Joffrey, CL, and 5CM. Let's take a look how that will go. It's so weird because Tim was hosting Migration 1v1 quite a bit in his life. Dramatic music. Probably I will not talk a single word tomorrow. Just stay at home and only open my mouth for eating. I'm really feeling like a sore throat. Tim loves migration, so a bit weird indeed. I think so, yeah. Okay guys, the game is starting. Let's look who will play with Tim, Migra, and Knockout what? Only opening mouse for eating is the best. Probably. Okay, guys, let's jump into the home map of Austria. Probably the highest chances for a W for them, and they have good positionings, I would say. Oh, so and so. Okay, let's take a look. We have Abitan playing the Japanese flank. His pocket will be Titanic Tanks playing the Persians here. In the pocket position on the other side is Nadia, quite far away from her flank. Will be Leary playing the Mongols. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Japanese flank. His pocket will be CL with Mayans. Persian, 5cm, The Pocket, and Vikings Jeffrey. On the other side, small pause, but it will continue. I already saw that. Speculate was stuck for quite a bit and then continued. Keep yourself hydrated, drink more water. We'll do that. Who's better, Frantic China or SY China? That's a very good question and will be answered within the next 4 weeks. Or maybe at the LAN finals. Some people are saying Frantic is looking better. A lot of people are saying SY is looking better. Both training quite reasonably well. And Leary not very interested in continuing this game. So was 5cm. So let's jump back into a next try. Dehydrate yourself, eat more salt. Then I need to play a different game because Age of Empires is so salt free. Who's the sexiest AoE2 caster besides you? I believe that's a pretty unfortunate position you're putting me in. Like, why would I ever answer that? Only for the Kappa pride? Like, it's a semi-insult to all the others, so why would I answer? Why did they go back? I believe it was an admin restart. Purple only had 1 tile of berries. Beard guys have to stick together. Then 0 empires. Robo saying wow, Neely? Wow, wow. Not professing your love for me. Well, you're not a caster. You fell asleep during game 8 in China. How is that casting? Was Robo the only caster ever besides you? No. I was casting with Mesmora, with Jeanette, with Robo, with, I believe, Reagan, and a lot of players, obviously. The Viper, Jordan, I believe with Fire we casted 1 game. I believe even with Slam 1 game. It's not your fault. Okay, who was falling asleep? Was it you? So who else to blame but you? Question wasn't who the last sexiest AoE2 caster was. Yeah, Nimino, but they are trying to trick me. Twitch chat is tricky, I know that. They will ask me for who's the sexiest, then they will ask me for second sexiest, and they will just cross their bucket list down, and then they will get like, okay, who is 34th sexiest, and then they know, haha, number 35, X and Y is the ugliest. I had like 6 hours sleep on a plane in past 40 hours. Sounds like a comfortable situation. Nice brag. So you overslept. You overslept, Robo. My bad. Who was the best background entertainment for your cast? Ooh, could you specify the question? Not 100% sure if I get it. Getting some lights on. Why was Nimino and Blue Dress Girl the most entertaining thing in the background you stream? That's like putting me very far into a corner. Why was that the most entertaining? Do all the Nation Cup game need to be casted? Like, have you been asked personally to cast them or just do it for enjoyment? I'm doing it to the enjoyment. There is a lot of games not being casted. For example, at the very same time we have, I believe, Brazil A against Vietnam B or something, and that's not getting casted. But yeah, maybe Mant will probably cast the Rex afterwards. I'm not really the Rex casting type of guy. Yeah, but it's my pure enjoyment. Oh, Brazil A vs Vietnam B was cancelled. Feels bad, man. Katsuni wanted to stream that. Yeah, I was a bit surprised as well to see him in the game. I thought maybe it just switched over. Vietnam B had some problems. I know. But why did they cancel? Okay guys, let's jump into game number 2, the home map here of Austria. And let's take a look at the positionings. Now LB10 is the pocket position here with this beautiful Japanese. And has a flank of Nadia, Kidney Pizza, Lyria Mongols pocket. That's pretty ugly for them. Teutonic tanks with a Persian flank, and that's a very intense dog first strategy. Something we don't see too often anymore. And LB10 thinks he's bugged too, and indeed that's only 3 tiles on one side. That's an admin restart. I can message him. Yeah, rip LB10 gold indeed. They're already back. Yeah. So not getting overexcited here again. Picking migration against a Chinese team, that's almost like picking against Charlie B. What would you recommend Austria to pick against China? Come up with a better idea? We can discuss it. Spectator started. Give you a sec. Okay, sec is over. Black Forest, not the worst choice. LB10 should be pretty good. Lyria, I believe, isn't too experienced on it. Teutonic tanks, no idea. BF would be decent, but nobody wants that. Not sure. Robo wants it. Okay guys, next try. That A2 soundtrack already has 1.7 million clicks, and I probably did 500 of them. Okay, another try. Let's jump into hopefully the last try here of Austria ASO map here. Migration. We have LB10 at the pocket position. His flank will be Lyria, very short distance. Sexy spot if I've ever seen one. Candy Pizza pocket, tanks again, going for the very old school dog first strategy here with Persians. This flank will be Boop, so not too efficient when it comes to an early uptime. Drop through the pocket with Vikings. CL having the flanks, and 5cm here with the Persians. Short distance to Leary. That will be the most important thing and most interesting here. Maybe to reverse with some game plan. No big bug this time. Gold looks fine. Gold looks fine. Gold looks fine. But we need to take a look at berries as well. But yeah, since no one is complaining, it feels like all goody here. Pushing in the deer. That's quite nice and early. And actually, not the greatest now. Let's see how Liberty will play it out. Let's go into his point of view. I haven't seen too many Mongols build orders here. I even consider sending all 6 villagers here on the deer, no? Don't like 5cm's island. Well, the island itself is pretty good. Endless amount of fish. Defensive gold, defensive berries, but yeah, the distance to the fastest upping player isn't too great for him. That might get ugly. And pushing the last tier here in here is Leary. Let's see, at the moment 76 food, sending 1 villager here to the front. What is that house? Yeah, rebuilding it. And oh, deer is running back. Not too great. He needs to get it in ASAP. Oh, misclick here. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's so important for his whole uptime, and the deer is running back. Ay. That's so unfortunate for him. I should maybe build a dock here so that the deer automatically spawns a bit away. That's the math for not do the math here how many sheep he needs to get, but I believe he is fine with 4 sheep. Shouldn't go on berries, I believe. Oh god, that's just bad. But oh no, miss micro tier, and Leary is effing up his start. That's so bad. I believe he doesn't need to go for berries here. He has 3 sheep. Look at that, 2 villagers queued up, 300 food. That would be enough. Oh no, 200? No, the deer needs to come in earlier. Yeah, pretty effed up start here. Just miss microing with his deers. Feels bad. His deers are bugged because of China lag. Well, China lag won't help. That's for sure. But not 100% sure if that's the main issue here. Liberty even looming now. Still no fishing ship out only now. I believe he should have built that fishing ship before the house for 25. And yeah, it probably will be. Let's take a look here. A roughly 9-minute uptime, but it could have been like 8:30. Oh, actually 450 food. Oh, it's getting close. 486, 6 more food left, and the fishing ship just came out. We have 4 food on that. You really need to get every resource. And now should send them back. They are carrying 8, so need to drop 6 here. 505. Okay. Well, it will be 926. Could have been a solid minute earlier if he didn't F up that deal though. Tanks on the other side, playing a 945 with 3 fishing ship and 2 more villagers. So pretty solid start by him. On the other side, obviously, the pockets are going for the big fish boom. Nothing too special, not reinventing the game here. Whoop and 5cm, both going for loom before clicking up. That's a bit surprising to me. And building a mill. Oh, both of them. 5cm, 1 minute, 10 seconds later, whoop, roughly 1 minute. Let's take a look where the docks are. We have somewhat of a reasonable aggressive dock here, and that's pretty good that the dock is here for Liberty, because if he sends his galleys to the left hand side, he will get into the fish, and if he's sending them to the right hand side, he's getting into the gold. so he will be doing damage guaranteed. And very short distance here, Whoop. But yeah, having Japanese fishing ship, just so good for him. And let's see what Leary is doing and where he is sending his. He is just clicking them in the edge of the map. 4 on gold, only having 2 fishing ship. Eco won't be the greatest, cannot even afford a lumber camp here, the lumber upgrade. And is he not building a 3rd dock? Dude! Okay, now trying to exit the island to see where they should build the 3rd dock. And seems like Abitan should be building one back here. I want to see a redock on that island to just get all that fish. And let's take a look how Tanks will be performing here with his galleys. Abitan instantly going to the gold. If he isn't going crazy, and instantly going for CL, who is still not up. Doing some minimal damage against those builders here, or the villagers. Denying that dock for now. Let's take a look. He's right-clicking it up. Sending another villager in as well. And Leary just running around but not doing the guaranteed damage. Now is around and will try to micro a bit against CL here. And that's not the damage he was looking for. Not getting a single kill here. Let's take a look. We see Titanic Tanks running around a bit. But Whoop seems to have the strong defense as well. Now fighting 4 against 3 galleys though. So that's looking pretty good for him. Let's take a look. Leary is running around. Trying to take the engagement 2 against 2 here at the front. Luckily for 5cm, he does not need to take any resources here at the front. And let's take a look. Leary did see the gold, so that would be an option to go and attack it. And yeah, annoying against CL here. But CL 50% up, won't get too annoyed here by that. Maybe if Leary would have been able to get a second galley through, that would have been so much better. But now getting a galley over here might help him out. Let's take a look. Tanks, nice micro, or I thought at least that he was trying to micro over here. Is looking with 9 military against 7. That's a solid advantage for him here. On water, Nadia going for, I believe, even, no, 3 docks. And what is that? Also just going a bit crazy. Tanks. Is he getting the blacksmiths? Not yet. Has 5 fishing ships still working for him. Double bit X for Nadia, the first upgrade here. Galley, nice and annoying. Where is the other galley? Over here. CL doing a great job of microing his fishing ship here so far. Fletching now coming for 5cm, should be taking better engagement. Leary is getting the sling here off LB10 and will be clicking up momentarily. Where are his buildings though? Uh-oh, that's not a nice adjustment to the sling. And is missing the blacksmith and is missing the market as well. Should get some wood. No, not more food, more wood is needed here. And that's pretty nice as well. Okay, so scared away now is Mr. Leary. At the other side we have Tanks waiting for fletching. Is running from Whoop now. Joffrey clicking up. Candy Pizza, is she not slinging Tanks here? Let's go into his point of view. He's looking at 90 food, so no sling just yet on that side. Leary finally getting fletching, just trying to run around, not taking any damage here. Now trying to go in. That galley under the tower is getting denied by the villagers, or what happened there, not 100% sure. And Leary getting the wood upgrade. And finally, some sling to Teutonic Tanks as well. But Nadia is playing it with more our cast rate approach than you see most of the time. Tanks now trying to take the big engagement here against Whoop. Let's take a look, but it's going back for now. At the moment, KD pretty small for everyone here. Only over here, Leary's doing a bit better. Is up and 5cm is not. Tanks getting the resources and is clicking up any second as well here. Whoop. roughly 25 to 30% on Castle Age, so tanks will have some problems. That just clicked up, and that will be the 36 seconds time window for Whoop to do something here. Leary finally doing some damage here without receiving any. Uh-oh. That was a big volley, and it feels like 5 CM, 50 military against 11 can close down the distance, and Frantic here in full control. Okay. That's so good. 6 to 4 KD at the moment. Leary not performing too great. And we see Whoop will be pretty aggressive against tanks here as well. And we have Joffrey already in Castle Age. We have Blue going for the full sling though. The man's pocket here. Did build 3 galleys on his own to defend against the raids of Leary. And he is in a very bad spot here. Cannot really defend head to head on armies. And is having all his gold spots exposed here. Kind of needs to not lose the water here. And trying to take some engagements. Maybe should have even considered building a tower here. But for now he's up. And 5 CM is not. Only now building the market. So Leary will be winning this side. But will lose a lot of galleys first. Tanks pretty far out. Candy Pitter now coming over. So that will be double war galleys pretty soon here on that side. Maybe redocking in the back would have been an option. And that's a beautiful move by LB10. Redocking over here. And, oh, did I miss it? Maybe LB10 slinged and Nadia... Not sure who slinged tanks. We'll see. Botkin Arrow and Wargalley coming in, and then they will try to take the engagement. Leary is doing pretty well finally against 5 CM here. Closing down, getting a lot of kills. Doing somewhat of pike control indeed. And getting a lot of kills in. Now Leary should be going in, so should be Nadia trying to save the fishing ship here. And that's engagement. Why is tanks running? I believe that would have been the better fight for him. Especially with Nadia around, and now they're trying to go for it, but Whoop sees it and is instantly going back. Nice move for him. And we see Joffrey out of the other pocket. Now going for it. Leary on the way to Imperial Age. What is going on? Let's take a look at the sling stats for a small second here. And we see LB10 going for the big sling. Nadia only for the small one. Leary received endless amounts. Blue is going for some sling onto Whoop. So middle control will be so much better for Frantics. But Leary already up to Imperial Age. And yeah, as we can see, only 90% Castle Age for 5 CM here. Oh, now trying to take the big engagement. Let's take a look. Joffrey on the way to Imperial Age as well. And that's a Viking, so he will get a lot done. No ballistics so far by tanks. Looking at roughly 55%. Trying to right click now on all the war galleys here. So is Nadia. And that will be a pretty tough fight. Whoop already has a +1 defense, so that's pretty good for him. Nadia trying to micro around as well. No ballistics by Whoop here. And I believe that looks like a bit of a better fight here for the Austrians. At the same time, Leary trying to take the engagement. Green absolutely helping on that side. And Whoop, it feels like he is falling down. CL now reached Castle Age here, the slinger out of the pocket. At the same time, LB10 is playing it completely out of Feudal Age. And Whoop lost the water in the big 2v1 here and is asking for help. And the middle is already Joffrey, double TC for CL here, and Leary is pushing in strong on the water. A solid 1 minute 30 seconds earlier than Joffrey here. And now reach Imperial Age. I don't see the upgrades yet. Bracer and Galleon, now they're coming in, killing the Galleons of Joffrey, and now they're pushing in. This looks reasonably well for Austria here. Island not too great here. Everything will get short of Whoop if he is getting the complete surround. Let's take a look. Joffrey now coming in, but not with the numbers. Oh, actually 31 military, but all on the other side. Leary is completely destroying here at the left hand side. Austria in full control, left hand side. Austria in full control on the right hand side on water. At the moment, land control absolutely for Frantic. 3 TCs here up for blue, 2 TCs for green. Red is on the water as well. Second TC building a stable. And yeah, we see LB10, for example, getting berries out of the feudal age. Did redock here on the island of Leary. Beautiful move. Maybe should even dock here. And candy pits are now up to Imperial Age as well. Let's take a look how the engagement will go. I don't like how poorly surrounded the island is. Still getting some resources, but now doing a better job. Having ballistics really helps out here as well. Get an upgrade finally for Joffrey. Oh, that's a lot of redocks here on the pocket island. Pretty good job. And it seems like Leary is continuing to push here. What is Nadia doing? Why is she going back? CL on the way to Imperial Age as well, and I believe it will all come down to whoever controls the middle here. And it feels like Frantic is set up a bit better for that. How should I say it? Geoffrey? Or Geoffrey? Isn't it Joffrey? Nadia going back. They do not want to take the fight against the Gallants here. Reasonable decision, I would say. But therefore, Whoop is getting... Oh, Jeffrey. But it's an O. There's an O. We're now going back. Wheelbarrow being researched. A lot of access, as we can see. Uh-oh, some problems here for LB10, who actually deleted his TC at the starting island to rebuild it on the mainland. Interesting stuff. Now getting Loom after he sees he's getting so many raids in. At the same time, Tanks and Nadia pushing themselves back out to the right hand side. Whoop is trying to cut the way out, losing some villagers here at the side. And not 100% sure. I think they need to even retreat further. Tanks losing some war galleys here against Imp ship. Just go back, get the galleons up, and then take another engagement. Tanks should not go on water now at all. Let's take a look. Is he queuing anything out of this docks? No. And I like this. Nadia should be going for complete water. And we see CL already on land with plumed archers. 5 CM with some knights out as well. LB10 trying to go for the quick gate vault here. Not 100% sure if that will be too efficient. Probably not. Plumed archers already out, having +2 defense. Chemistry for Joffrey. Or Jeffrey. Geoff is Jeff? Not 100% sure. It's probably your weird Australian accent. Heated shot by Nadia. Did it finish? I saw it in the overlay as well. Maybe it was cancelled or it was a misclick. She did not finish it. Walt's now up for LB10. Trying to take another big engagement. Leary, elite Mango dies already. What a great job here that they're slinging him through. And yeah, that's a pretty good setup. What is the rest going for? 5 CM trying to go for the castle with the Persian. Not 100% sure if that's a bust option. CL now with traps out and some plumed archers. And now Leary should maybe even stop fighting on water and completely focus on land. He's taking quite some nice raids here against green. Might even kill that TC if Jeffrey. I would call him green if green is not coming and saving the CC. Elite Mango Dice is out now and shown. Nice control so far by Austria A here. Oh, to Monks, if he gets 2 converts, that's pretty solid for him here for now. Did micro back and now is going in. Let's take a look. Leary is not microing back. 1 down and... oh. That went pretty well, I would say. Now we can see how good Elite Mangudais are, how big the damage output is. The fire rate is just incredible. And killing more and more villagers. Maybe even focus down against the TCs. Did lose some Mangudais here at the side though. And is still lacking bloodlines and some of the defense upgrades. Now trying to fight against Castle Age, Plumed Archers, trying to fight against the traps, doing 5 damage per shot. Not enough to save the TC here, I would say. Tanks on the way to Imperial Age is now going for Cavaliers, at least that's what I'm hoping. Nadia should maybe even consider building some docks here at the side to control the left-hand side water as well. For a moment, only producing to the right-hand side, and that's pretty tough because Whoop's docks are still alive. CL doing some damage here against Nadia. Not having too much in the middle anymore. Still has 1 TC here. And Leary going for cartography. Such an important upgrade in this phase of the game. And yeah, but honestly, even cartography won't really help you of not wasting all your Mangudais into a castle that you actually see. Not 100% sure why he's not taking care. Did he maybe click back? Maybe Chinese lag, something to blame. We need something. Because that wasn't the play we absolutely need to see. They don't want to throw this game. I like the idea of slinging a guy onto the middle island as well. Look at that. LB10 still completely playing it in Feudal Age. Nice redock here as well. And that's a beautiful use of all the possibilities he has. He's at pop 95 here in Feudal Age. Incredible boom by him. More dogs at the side for Nadia, trying to keep up the aggression. That's looking good again. Screen. Taking the clear W. Blue, pretty much water land control here, and we see 5 CM still in Castle Age. Let's take a look. That's a lot of army though. Losing most Mangudais before really hurts him. CL can maybe even take that engagement here. Let's take a look. Elite Mangudais completely outnumbered, not 100% sure what Leary is doing here. It feels like he's throwing all his army away. This castle will go down. And suddenly, look at that. Military count for Leary, 37. But I believe the Mangudai count will be the most important. He is looking at 6 Cav Archers at the moment. Down to 1 castle, needs to build another one somewhere. But most of the villagers going down here as well. The CC is going down. Uh-oh, it's looking like Leary cannot really get the resources here on the map. At the same time, Naja is doing a great job on winning water here, and now the fight starts. Who will win the water? And if Leary is losing this castle, it's all the sling was for nothing. Frantic's comeback is possible. Now all the eggs in the basket here of tanks. He's going for paladins. The sling should be going for him. Let's go into the point of view of LB10 maybe to see and who he is slinging. Now giving some to Leary, but he cannot really get the resource on the map. CL, Elite Plumed Archers out. Gets a paladin, so he would be set up perfectly to fight against all those plumed archers. Castle down for Leary, trying to get another one up here at the land. Nadia taking good engagement over here again, trying to get more and more guns to the front. I believe they need something different here than plumed archers. I will see red going for some knights. Maybe camels would be the better option, or maybe some people going for monks as well to help out. No bloodlines for Leary before, but now finishing it, now thumping as well. Tanks looking at a solid 440 HP for his cavaliers, soon to be paladins. The traps are advancing. LB10 will lose his TC on the main island and will drop down to 60 villagers. Leary at the same time only looking at 50, and Joffrey doing a great job of surrounding everything here. So many idle fishing ship now for LB10 as well. And it feels a bit like... is Leary really throwing this game? Tanks is coming over. Still, all hopes for tanks. Plumed Archers now killing Mangudais again. Where are all the paladins? Now paladin upgrade finally finished. +2, +4 soon to be. 5 CM going for the camel switch, but not a lot of upgrades. And obviously only Castle Age. Traps going back, and that's so many dead villagers here. Poor LB10, not really knowing what to do. Still, heavy point lead for Austria, but that's because they have a lot of water control. But I'm saying that, and at the same time I see what green is doing with poor Leary here. Push is continuing. CL, he needs to play so cautiously, needs to snipe Mango Dice down, but cannot take a big engagement here against Paladins. At the moment 24 military only, and that's another Mango Die down here. And what is that? Leary is trying to go back now, sniping down some Paladins as well. Tanks not doing the greatest job ever here. CL mismicroing a bit though. And let's see, trying to snipe them one by one, not doing endless amounts of damage. Only 9 damage outputs against 7 defense here. He really needs to work with the numbers. Let's take a look. Leary trying to come in. More Paladins coming over. That's looking pretty good for them. More Plumed Archers here at the back, trying to fight down this castle. Castle will live, I think. Forging now coming for 5 cm. He needs to go for more camels, but as I said before, it's only castle camels. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. If they maybe should have waited and get him to Imperial Age and then go for camels, or as I said as well, just 2-3 players up to go for some monks, because that rate of tanks is just so good. He might be winning this game over here. Plumed Archers now losing against Leary's army as well, or is that so? Getting more Plumed Archers up, and now they absolutely need to defend red here. He's not having a lot on the main island here, and a lot of it is idle at the moment. LB10 now going for double X. Absolutely reasonable timing for 43-minute slinger. Joffrey now going for the sling, needs to get red up to more camels. Finally some monks out, something that's absolutely beautiful against small numbers of paladins. Red, so idle, look at that, 73 villagers, 45 of them idle. More Mango Dice coming out, more traps as well. Mayans, Paladins going to the front. Military count 26 here for Leary, and that's still with some galleons, I assume. Tanks, he is raiding like a madman, but in range of some castles as well, and sending them over at a wrong rate. Not 100% sure if that's what they want to go for. Traps very much exposed here at the top, and those paladins are going down without really fighting. CL is playing like a madman. Great job here by him. Paladins now of tanks pushing in. I believe CL needs to retreat a bit. Leary is going and will raid down those traps. The castle will probably live. Let's take a look. Another shot and 48 HP. We will see. Leary surviving there. Maybe could go and send just villagers to tear it down here. Or maybe the camels, or actually anything would be so much better. At the same time, we have tanks pushing with the castle. Not 100% sure if that's what he needs, but maybe some conscription and the upgrade he needs. Going for more paladins, looking good on his starting island. Where is the TC of LB10 at the moment? But rebuild it here at the very top. Is now going for Castle Age, wants to reboom. Maybe thinks, okay, 43-minute double bit X timing. Maybe I go for 50-minute bowsaw timing and surprise everyone. Castle is surviving. Leary needs all resources here. Is really down 5 cm on the way to Imperial Age, and if he can get to all the camels, it's looking good for Frantic, but they are falling behind and they are not getting enough camels out. Now going and look at that, checking the HP of the castle. Great job here, and should focus down the castle. Let's take a look. What is he doing? No, he's going back. He could have right clicked it. Poor job. Whoop is trying to go over. Camels trying to take the engagement. Finally +2 defense, I believe. +2 attack would have been a bit better here, because he's needing to deal the damage, not take the damage. I know that was a weird saying, but that's exactly what I wanted to say. Now heavy overkill here, 2 traps for 49 HP after 30 Plumed Archers were already kissing it. Paladins now coming over. CL heavily needs to repair those castles. Is he having any other castles at the moment? Not really. Not really. Where are these castles? Oh, 2 over here. Okay, so that's all good. I was thinking the traps were always coming from the top. More raids coming up, and 5 cm should be reaching Imperial Age any second. And if they can get onto 20 heavy camels, I believe they're in a pretty good spot. At the same time, we still have a pretty even battle. Green against yellow. Nadia is pushing back over here, doing some damage, but so is green. And so I would say it's pretty even, and we can just continue focusing on the middle here. Now Rams coming in, that's a great addition for tanks. +2 defense for 5cm, I believe we already clicked that, but what was cancelled. CL now having a great spot, maybe can send all his traps over and defend, but I believe this castle will go down. He's heavily repairing it, but no upgrades when it comes to defense or HP. Traps really out of position, and tanks is not playing the greatest game ever. Heavy camels finally out. Husbandry and conscription for 5cm, and this castle seems to live for 1.4k HP. 3 traps trying to kill that castle, but it's on the hill. Finally, traps being placed up here. 1k, it's losing HP, but if one trap is going down, I believe CL will hold that castle. Now trying to focus down, and I believe maybe CL will be able to hold that castle. That's the timing where tanks want to push in just shortly before heavy camel time. I believe that would be a good time, and I believe this castle will live 800 HP here. And tanks is taking this timing. I believe it's the best timing they could go for. Some paladins, some mangolites in the back, and not the greatest engagement here by tanks. Not closing the distance. Camels doing a lot of damage, and the castle indeed will survive. 1.3k HP, only 2 traps out. CL is having the perfect positioning here on the hill. Paladins are going down. Camels, as I said before, the heavy camel timing. Beautiful engagement here by tanks, but the score is getting closer and closer, or actually the gap is keeping the same, but if you're getting on very higher points, that's not what you want to get. Beautiful play here by CL. His KD is 1-to-1 fighting with paladins against plumed archers. That really shows you how great his positioning is. The traps are killing the trap of tanks. A lot of villagers went down. That's why the repair is getting slower. The next kill, let's take a look. If the trap is going down here, the castle might fall. 190 HP and the trap. What a clutch timing here. So small win on that regard. Still castles up here. And now 5cm has the perfect counter, though. It's going for the iron casting. And where are the mango dice of Leary? Trying to rebuild over here, trying to send them around, but we'll run through some castles. No ram go into that castle. That would have been so good. Look at that. At the same time where the big go was coming over here, just send 5 rams in, kill those castles. That would have been such a big win, but obviously needs so much macro and so much map awareness. So much easier for me to say than actually realizing this in the game. Tanks still with a nice amount of paladins. Reds eco heavily rated, still only at 78 villagers. CL at the same time, look at that, 27 villagers, 61 military. What is this guy playing for a game? Tanks castle going down at the same time. Whoop, overall pops is not looking too great. Candy Pizza, actually 130 vills here. Doing a great job. Castles with +3. It's doing so much. I'm not sure if Nadia really wants to get that castle up here. Where are all the plumed archers? Coming over. They're still having the big problem of, yeah, producing mangolites to the left hand side, but needing them at the right hand side. Okay, some traps. They will be sent over here. This castle, I believe, will not live for long. Sniping down those paladins one by one. Mangolites not in the right numbers. Tanks still going for it. Mass amount of paladins. Look at that. Military count 40. Nadia at 60, still producing everywhere, but green is playing like a madman as well. And is killing so much. Maybe even can get to cannon gains. That would be so good, killing the castles here of the Mongol player. Traps now over, trying to set themselves up on the hill. Not really, just going for the instant setup. Castle of CL might go down, not really having the units to snipe down a trap. Camels not great at that, plumed archers neither, especially if a lot of paladins are around. Now focusing on that right hand side castle first. Okay, Mangolai number. Probably at 20, I believe. Leary lost all his galleons at the land now. 5cm going for cavaliers. At the same time, CL still at 30 villagers, the rest in their 90s. This is still a very clutch game. Candy Pizza just lost over 20 villagers here, dropping down to 108. Camels here at the front. I believe Tanks wants to take the engagement. Not 100% sure if that's the best one ever. So Hill here for CL. Here's all the upgrades. Can you show us the sling stats again? Not really now. It's just too intense here, and I don't want to miss a fight, but I will absolutely take a big look into that after the game finishes. CL needs to reposition, needs to get on the hill. 5CM needs to be at the front, is now doing the Paladin switch as well. Whoop, only now getting cartography, not really the most important guy here. I believe he is slinging all game long. LB10 is continuing to sling as well. He's playing it from Castle Age, trying to reproduce quite a bit here. Tanks trying to go back and forth. At the moment, CL is losing way more plume archers than I would have thought. Camels now taking the big engagement here. Paladins not having the great surface area. What a beautiful engagement here by 5CM. All the Paladins going down for tanks. He's trying to go back now, sacrificing his last Paladins to maybe go for the traps, but not really. Most of the Camels went down to the Paladins though. That was heavy losses. Tanks still with the better units probably survived here. And now the castles. How many castles does CL still have left? I believe it might be one only. I need one castle for him. Joffrey with 3, not really mattering that much. And we see Leary going for 3 castles. What a great game. We are now close to the 1 hour mark here. And tanks criticized so much, but what a beautiful game is he playing here. 5CM now going for the Paladin tech. They think Camels aren't doing it enough if enough Mango dies out, and I couldn't agree more. Transition now will be tough though. Leary, 3 castles out. Tanks is raiding like a madman. Was in here for so many times. CL now getting back to 2 castles. Relic count. Actually 2 to 1. Not too important here. And wow, this is still a very interesting game. Fighting before the Paladin upgrade, jumping back into the TC. We see CL trying to micro his heart out. 5CM at this point, 1 to 3 kill stats. So bad. At the same time, water control still tough to judge. Just feels a bit random. That's a spot where you normally want to delete some of your fishing ship because the pop isn't really used to do well. Look at that. Only 2 jumping back into the sea? Why are there 4 arrows then? Look at that! How many he had in there? And I know, yeah, he did sit on some more. Oh, that's a poor engagement here. Plume Dodge is so spread out. Can you show us the sling stats again? As I said before, not now. I will do it after the game. Still too intense, and I don't want to miss any fights here. But yeah, you have to know that LB10 is slinging like a madman here all game long. But only 60% are coming to his teammates. Now Paladin count pretty solid for red here, 23. Same amount is for tanks. Plumed Archer count is at solid 60. Leary only at 22 mango dice. Let's take a look how good the engagement will be here for the Chinese team. Small hill here in the middle. Who's fighting for it at the moment? Both teams trying to do the dance. Not 100% sure who's taking the better engagement here. I believe CL, if he wants to patrol in, could take the fight here. Leary now switching it up. Is even going for coinage. Not 100% sure about that. Maybe could go for on-edge attack. That would be a great addition. Ooh, what a crazy game. Tanks at the moment not doing the raids. CL getting a 3rd castle up here, controlling so much stone area. Paladins now taking the better engagement. This feels like Frantic is closing the distance. There's still 1.4k points behind. Leary is going for a 4th castle. At the moment, no traps out from the Chinese guys. So this castle will, after being finished, not get sniped down too early. But will it actually finish is a big question. But Leary has enough villagers around. So after they clear this up, they could do it and finish the castle. Let's take a look. Oh, if they actually can do it. 5CM now with a way better army and better production here of the Paladins. Number of military 18 at the moment. Only 4 tanks. Not getting onto the high Paladin numbers that he wants to go to. And getting sniped down one by one. Plumed Archers, even second group out here. Paladins trying to deny that castle, but it will go up. Too many villagers there. And Leary up to 4 castles now. Mangudai production will be very, very intense. And that's something that they cannot really counter at the moment. No SO Civ out here. And Paladins aren't too bad against Mangudais, and Plumed Archers aren't too bad against Mangudais. But in all honesty, still the greatest unit in the game, Elite Mangudai. So we will see about that. Overall population is looking better for Frantic. They are pulling themselves back into this game. CL is playing like a madman here. Okay, let's take a look. I believe so many ratings here. CL is even splitting his villagers up. And so many idle villagers. Look at that. Idle villager count is, wow, close to 80 here. Oh, maybe even close to 100. For the whole combined team of Austria. Now some Rams coming in. Leary cannot do too much against Plumed Archers only. Therefore he's adding the Rams to soak some damage here against CL. Wow. Tanks here at the side. Trying to go back and play it out with some light cavalry. He is not having enough gold for Paladins as it seems. Green still controlling the sides. Candy Pits are controlling this side, so they're not giving themselves any breathing room. Red Light Cav, he's not having any gold either. Let's take a look. Maybe. Let's take a look at the minimap gold spots. We still have some here, and in this area. So at the moment, there is more control of the golds from the Austrians. Mangudai need to go back now. A Mangudai loss obviously is so much more costly than a Plumed Archer loss at the moment. Ramsey at the front. CL needs to go back. Trying to disengage. Leary will get another cast up, and look at that. The trade now started here for LB10. Very short distance though. Where is the other market? Very short distance. I don't even know where he's going. Oh, over here. Interesting market spot. So that's 40 gold. And that could be worse. Protected by some castles, but also open for a lot of ratings once tanks would die. Tanks having 4 castles in his face will try to snipe down the straps and will try to buy himself a bit more time. The engagement here, a lot of Plumed Archers trying to focus down against the Rams, against the Mangudais only. And as you can see, most of the arrows only going for the Mangudais. So CL is clicking like a madman for only attacking the Mangudais, and Leary maybe overextended a bit. Estimated CL to focus more on the Rams, but he is right clicking and is playing it beautifully. Still 1k score lead for Austria, and Nadia will take a pretty good engagement, and that means this gold will be out of control of Frantic. They need to get as much gold out of this as possible. It's getting raided here at the side as well. Oh, actually that's not really a raid, only against... Uh-oh, but now let's take a look. Jeffrey is not taking the best engagement here, but they know, okay, they are trading. We need to make something happen pretty soon. Is this game maybe going down to full gold control? At the moment, CL is struggling. Only 40 military now. That's the lowest CS speed in quite some time. Whoop, with the casual 1 hour, 10 minute town watch here. Should just maybe see what's going on this map, by the way. So going for 4 castles, full Plumed Archer production, trying to control this hill and maybe trying to control the trade pretty soon. And that would be a heavy blow for the Austrians, who are putting a lot of effort into putting up that trade. And at the same time, 5CM trying to go over. Mangudai is trying to deny that castle, not 100% sure if that will really happen. We'll be sending some villages here at the front. And this castle will go up indeed. CL is maybe pushing into the trade pretty soon. What is Whoop going for? He's now upgrading. Is he going for Spearman? Pikeman? Japanese. Oh, look at that. So inefficient here. The Austrians really not controlling enough. And it's all coming down to map control. Over this side, left hand side. Leary is pushing. Mangudai is the only unit they need to count on. Tanks building a weird market, if you ask me. At the same time, Leary is trying to defend this. Overall pop so scrappy. No one really looking into getting maxed out here. Nadia now going for a lot of Rams, trying to take better engagements on the waterline. Let's take a look overall trade. 12 for MB10, 6 for Whoop. Where is he trading? Okay, he's trading with Joffrey. Not the greatest trade ever, but pretty well protected by 2 castles on the right hand side. Left hand side is pretty open though. Villagers actually getting landed back to the mainland. Look at that! CL is landing back to his starting island. This castle being denied by Lyri. But now more Mango is coming over, taking good engagement here against the Lightcav. Doomed Archer still out, and this is one of the best games we have probably ever seen in this tournament so far. Plumed Archers doing the good raid here, or the good defense against tanks. And indeed, Japanese Castle Age Pikemen being added here. Whoop, still in Castle Age. You heard that correctly. MB10 in Castle Age as well. Just going for the sling. CL is going for another castle. They're controlling this area so well. The trade will go down. Let's take another look at gold control. It's getting pretty damn slim. Mango dies here, now fighting against Joffrey. Galleon said something that absolutely should not happen. One ram here at the front, so Mango Dice should snipe this down, or Nadia will take a pretty poor engagement. 5cm still going for this gold spot. I'm not 100% sure where they are actually getting gold. Maybe at the starting island back in. Transporters going back here. Let's take a look at the starting islands. Pretty nice food eco here by Joffrey. And Pikemen are doing a solid job against the guy who's only going for caps. But maybe you should have slanged the GG! The GG timing! They are leading still in points, but not enough map control in the middle here. What an incredible game without really the big engagement to end of the game here. But Lyri cannot really control it. What a beautiful game! Plumed Archers all around. CL just fighting like a madman. Look at that. So many kills. Joffrey at the same time absolutely killing it with Nadia. No real winner over there. Controlling left and right. Having the market trade up. But I believe the big problem was that Lyri with his early Mango Dice couldn't really get the control. Tanks played pretty well. But wow, what a game. So let's take a look at the achievements. And see that LB10 is more of the friendly guy. Only 4 kills here. And now economy stats. We have 40k sling roughly by LB10. That was going 13k to tanks. So he actually built most of those paladins alone. 30k for Lyri, who had a very small eco. On the other side we had 20k from Whoop, who mainly did sling CL 11k and 5cm. 25k. So Joffrey, in addition to going water, slang 6.5k more than Nadia did. Actually, Nadia much more. So that might be one of the big differences here. Joffrey playing it even against Nadia, but able to just sling 6k more resources to 5cm. And therefore able to go for the paladin switch later on. LB10 and Whoop still in Castle Age. Only 150 villagers for Whoop in Castle Age. Maybe the late double bit X timing really hurt LB10 there as well. What an incredible game, guys. Okay, updating the scoreboard. 5cm is Vivi. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And Austria, no, Frantic is picking Regicide Fortress at their home map. A map that I absolutely love. Great game. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Great casting. Thanks. Fields Badman Pyramid. Indeed. Game 1 was a 20-minute smash. You don't need to see that game. Full Titanic by tanks. Nadia didn't perform too well. LB10 really having a tough time. Why Germany don't pick Regicide Fortress then? I wasn't allowed to play the home map and I wasn't allowed to decide the home map. So I'm not sure who to blame there, Skittle. Maybe the players who picked the home map. Maybe the players who played Maybe the players who pushed us into Silver League. I could be casting my games here in the Gold League. But no. Seems like Enrin, Pedro, and Skill had other plans for me. Why Germany slung this mod? Because slinging is still a stronger strategy. Even with the mod. Next home map pick, Registered Fortress. Well, we need to get armor back then. The Kingslayer. By the way, I won more games with Chile than I lost. Just in case you didn't know. Why the strongest player of Germany was slinging? Because he was pocket, right? Doesn't really matter, guys. We would have dropped into Silver League anyways. Just, yeah, the motivation was a bit lower. I believe we would be training more those 2 weeks if we were in Gold League than we are now. Neely, are you playing any of the NC teams? Yes, I'm playing for Germany A. Up, up, up. It's funny how long the sets yesterday took. It's always 4 games. The shortest series was 2 hours 23 minutes and the longest 2 hours 47 minutes. So in a time frame from not even 25 minutes, all 5 series lasted kind of the same length. Including drops, restarts, and playing all 4 games. Okay, Sylphs, Spanish, Mongols. Options are Malians, Chinese, Persians. Yeah, something like that. Did I miss something? Well, if they are playing Saracens on Arabia, they might even consider playing Saracens on Registered Fortress, right? I want to see monks, but no one makes monks. Go check out Jon Snow's channel. I think, or watch my YouTube VODs of the Masters of Arena 2v2 tournament. I think Brazil C vs Arc would be a closer matches than SY vs Arc. I expect SY vs Arc to go 3-1 and Arc 3-1 as well. But yeah, if Argentina isn't performing well, they can get the 4-0 loss as well. Ah, Brazil already 1-0 against Argentina. Yeah, that's true. I completely missed that. I might cast that game to get into the mood of the series. We'll see. Speculate started, guys. 50 seconds to go. Is that rec uploaded? What's the risk? That would be nice if I could get that. Robo, Nimino, you're around, right? Is there a chance to get that rec before the series starts? Or restarts? Maybe I can just go at the profile of some of the players, right? I'll try to find it. I'll try to cast it. Oh, interesting civilization. So, guys, let's jump into game number 3. Frantic leading 2-0 here. Austria looking to go down into Silver League, which would suit them pretty well with the 3v3 format there. And let's see what civilization to win for. We have Teutonic tanks playing the Spanish pocket. We have LB10 and the Chinese flank, so that's a perfect positioning for them. We have Nadia going for Marian's pocket and the flanks here for Lyri, so that's not too great for them. And only one player with paladins, but luckily it is a pocket player. Whoop with Persian flanks, not too great. CL, Marian's pocket. We have Tim playing the Spanish and Vivi playing the Korean flank here, so that will be pretty interesting. LB10 should be so much faster here. The Chinese against Koreans, one of the slowest civilizations, but once Vivi gets up to his SO, basically no chance for LB10 to do anything. Nidhi, who are your favorite teammates? Jordan? No. Jordan actually is pretty low on the list. My favorite teammates are probably Pedro and Shine. What is LB10 doing here? Probably took some lessons out of Tank's book. What is... What happened here? Okay, well, let's continue. Yeah. And when it comes to international people, it's probably Roomstock and Tito. Yeah, then it's getting tough. I haven't played too much with international people. I like to play with the Viper, but oh yeah, LB10 is calling a re. Not 100% sure if that's so clever because the positioning, was so good for them. Short distance, Chinese against Koreans. Oh man, and he forced the re onto himself. Ay ay ay. Fields, Batman. What happened? LB10 had a bad start and called a restart. That happened. You think they want Mongol's pocket? Yeah, Mongol's pocket is better as well. That's true. But they had Spanish pocket, which is super important if you only have one paladin civ. Yeah. How long can you recall? 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Unless you're in Norway, then it's 5 minutes. And the best player sling in long game, this is what happens in the next one. Oh, Rio is not happy. Guys, read that. Rio is not happy. Okay, guys. Next try for Registered Fortress. And again, we have Teutonic Tanks as a pocket. So that's pretty good for him. And we have... Oh... Limp, not too happy with me that I'm spreading drama. Leary with the Mongols pocket, so that's pretty good for them. Nadia and LB10 the flanks, and playing Persian flank. LB10 going for the boar steal even here, so that might be pretty good for them. Tim Spanish pocket, CL man's flank, and 5 CM, which is Vivi here as a flank. And it's stuck at 357. No, it continues. Nice ball over here by LB10. And yeah, pretty good spot for them. Mongols pocket, Spanish pocket could not be better. Could absolutely not be better. Are 3 streams showing the same game? Yes, they are. For viewers, the long stretch tournament is better, more entertainment. That's true. But personally, I'm also a big fan of having very compact tournament. But yeah, everyone needs to have time at that very moment, so it's tough. Like, you cannot have top 4 teams set to play at one weekend. You need to have huge prize pools to motivate them. Like, if I would do, or let's say top 8 teams. If I would do like a $500 tournament and would try to get top 8 nations, I would get probably like 3 for one specific weekend. So yeah, I can see why Riot is really annoyed, but I can also see why you need to make it a bit longer. By the way, that's not optimal by every here. Should absolutely go for no farms while getting the boar. Need to see send all villagers here. Well, team number 5 won't show up, Skittle. Trust me, I've organized so many tournaments. It's really tough to organize it. Okay, the question is, will we actually go for some... Oh, look at that. No towers here in the back for Tim. Will he actually go for some war wagons? Or will he just try to boom and go for onagers? That's price pool of 50k. One don't show up, it's okay. Well, nice world you're living in, Skittle. Must be nice. Okay, level 10, going for the early uptime here. And so no China for the Chinese team. China obviously the fastest civilization, but in my opinion not the very strongest. Late Imperial Age. What is going up here, Tim? What are they doing? Denying that quite a bit, and tanks is coming out as well. They might actually kill one, maybe even two villagers here. Yeah, they can actually take this engagement. There's no chance that Tim can fight back. Oh, will be interesting. One villager will go down. Second one is safe for now. Pretty nice team play. And Tim has played quite a bit. Oh, this tournament has a bit more than 33k, I believe, as a prize pool. Okay, obviously those villager kills are probably even the highlight. Oh no! Look at that, he took one uphill and one downhill. He only did 4 damage in the first hit and 6 damage in the second one. Yeah, just remember guys, it is a tournament hosted and sponsored by a streaming platform. And the main goal of a streaming platform is to play as many ads and get as much money with ads as possible. And therefore you need to have a lot of uptime and a lot of viewers. So doing long series over a long amount of time is actually the best thing that you can do for a sponsor. What is Tim doing? A spearman rush here? They are already completely set up here with the team wall. At least without Vivi at the front. How many villagers does he have on gold? None. So that will be the pure boom. Habitat 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs. Tanks, 1 extra TC for now. And take a look, military count. Actually, Vivi at 2. Oh no, 2. Yeah, that makes sense because the king counts as 1. We're going for the boom. And yeah, ask some questions. Tell me some jokes, guys. The next unit won't die within the next 10 minutes. Everyone will go for boom. No one is really going for army. CL is going for some plumes, but that won't be too important. Oh, actually, that being said, they're really losing a villager here. That should not have happened. And yeah, the arm walling in between here. Trade lines are super safe, so there won't be a fight for the trade. Question is anyone going for a 40 C-boom or are they trying to stick onto 3? Persians, obviously good civilizations where you could see going for 4. Not 100% sure why they're putting the king into the castle of the Spanish guy. Going for some kongs here. 3, but should not go for more, I believe. The times where you could do a lot of damage with raiding units is over. Oh, actually, let's take a look. They could go in. Some archers of Nadia should be killing that eager warrior though, and then they should be getting that wall up. Let's take a look. Is there a villager around? Not at the moment. 40k is total price pool? What? I thought it's 30k. Okay, you're running around now. Wolves helping out against CL. And some Kong versus Kong dance action here. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Okay. You walk on the road and you see strawberries on the field. But there's a fence between you and strawberries. How high is the fence you imagine? You walk on a road and you see strawberries on the field. There's a fence between you and the strawberries. Well, this is so tough. It has to be like only 120 high. 1.20 meters, so 4 foot. Oh boy, what is Leary doing? And why did Nadia not clear that area? Okay, Mr. Did, what is that saying about me? Bit account, every 10 ahead to his teammates. CL actually pretty far behind here, only 45. And Vivi having the best boom, although he walled quite a bit as well. Now going for wheelbarrow. Seems to be a reasonable timing. Going for the 40C boom. Butter chicken. No place for homophobia in here. So I'll give you some time to think about what you want to say to that name next time. This is so test your desire for sex. If you say fans is low, you like sex more. Don't ban me, please. What? If your fans is low, you like sex more. Why? And it's 120 high or low now? I have no idea. Yeah, Mr. Dad, I'm not really sure how much chance that made. And CL is getting with 4 more. It's now getting fletching and could take the hill. Oh, and getting some raids now in the back. And they're getting more done than they should. Oh, Everton actually saving that villager here. But losing another one. Yeah, not going too great. Koreans is a bizarre pick indeed, but yeah, best boom, short distance, and Mayans will have a tough time to really fight off SO later on. Mr. Dad, I have no idea how that should work, man. Oh, maybe a trap possible here? Sending in a villager. Oh, but no. During a magic deck for this final feature, Mexican magician counted uno, dos, advertised with it, and vanished without a trace. What? Guys, I was motivating you to post more, but I'm not sure how much I like that decision. Tim, by the way, going for Bloodlines and +1 defense. And it's doing so much more damage than I would have thought. Okay, let's take a look at the villager count. 60s and 70s. Yeah, at the moment, Frantic a bit behind in villagers. Vivi the highest though, and is now going for war wagons. Nadia going for an aggressive castle here. That's quite surprising to me. Oh, without Triss. Okay. Okay. I get it. Why does Orange throw units away like this? Probably match fixing. Probably bet several $100 on Frantic here. And knows Austria is the favorite and better team. And wants to make it look like an accident. Why does the squirrel float down the river on its back to keep the nuts dry? Oh, that's a good one. Ah. Now sending back 15 plumed archers to kill one after losing 2 villagers and a plumed archer himself. Or only 2 villagers and killing 2 plumed. Okay, 5 cm now on the way to Imperial 8. But Nadia is not. Oh, this is looking pretty good for. Frantic, I would say, getting lots of kills here against tanks. Tim's micro just so much better. Why did you go for the river in the first place? Oh. Tell me. Getting some kills in against Abitan, who's still playing without Loom. Tanks playing without Bloodlines and not having the +2 defense. KD of tanks at the moment 5 to 16. Tim at 21 to 7. What's red and bad for your cheese? Brick. Agreed. What's white and disturbing while you're drinking tea? An avalanche. Okay, let's finally focus on this game, I would say. Boop now, going for Cavaliers will get some problems against the Halberdier push of LB10. We see lots of more Conquistadors coming out by tanks. Not 100% sure if that's the best option here. I believe Paladins would be the way better choice. In the middle is CLETL going for Archers as we would expect. Nadia is walling her castle against the Korean. Not 100% sure what she is expecting the Korean to go for. Lily's going for the Elite Mangudai, just missing some upgrades, but now we're transitioning into, the later imp phase here. What is Tim going for? For now, still Kongs, and I don't see him adding more stables. And he's heavily on stone, so maybe even staying on Kongs? Is that an option? We'll see about that. Plumed Archers now coming over, and that's just so brutal for the, poor LB10, who's investing everything into a Halberdier ram push, but can get just, completely shut down. Has some Kongs as a support, and has 2 Monks on his own. but after that it will get pretty ugly for him. The push is real though. He is in full control against Whoop. Let's see how he will do. Kong's now trying to distract the bit or deny the villagers from continuing to wall. I believe those Plumed Archers actually could have done some damage. CL not Imperial Age yet though. Trying to set up the trade. Quite beautiful move here, and Halberdier is now in. Plumed Archers should be defending that though. I'm not 100% sure what Elbitan is doing. His Rams not doing the greatest job. And Whoop, look at that, pop 126 out of pop 140. This might change pretty soon when he loses most of his houses. Tim going for more and more raids. This is finally walled here in the middle. And Leary still without bloodlines is going for siege rams now. Nadia is trying to repair her castle. Is she going for onagers? No, she's going for capped rams. And look at that amount of war wagons. So deadly. And we don't have any cavaliers coming over. Still way too many Kongs if you ask me out of tanks here. Halberdiers at the front absolutely smashing down those cavaliers. Halberdier is now going to the front, I believe, against Castle Age Plumed Archers. He could have even taken the engagement like Rubenstock did the other day, +4/+4. Send a ram to the front. But Conquistadors now not taking the best engagement, and feels like Frantic is in full control here on the left hand side. But they need more support over here. Vivi, though, doing a pretty good job of controlling this area, is going for bomber towers. Now Leary is coming on with the side attack, and there's nothing to defend that. Rams, maybe they can just kill everything of Vivi here. He has nothing. They're rebuilding the castle, kind of a no man's land. Yeah, one palliative and he's going Kongs. Yeah, well, he is switching onto Cavaliers, but staying on Kongs way too long, if you ask me. Look at that. Whoop already clicking Imperial Age as a flank. Well, let's see. Harp's own plumes. Yeah, ask Rubenstock again. Silly V. He beat the plumes with a lot of harps, indeed. What's a good thing about war wagons? Well, they have endless amount of HP, as you can see. 150. They have 3 base defense. So compare that to the 50 and 1 base defense of a Plumed Archer. Obviously against elite Plumed Archers, that's a bit differently. I believe they have 65 HP and like 2 defense. But yeah, they perform just incredibly well against basically any shooting unit. Ruben dropping some knowledge here. And Mayans is going for shooting units. Most of Chinese players are going for shooting units. Mongols are going for shooting units. So he only fears the Paladin Civ. And yeah, let's see. But they're ugly. Feels bad, man. Man, why is this so annoying? War wagons are horrible, dice to harps and skirms. Well, they aren't like the most cost efficient unit, but they're incredibly when it comes to pop efficiency. So like the pop 200 army of Koreans is just so much better than any pop 200 army of, for example, Byzantines who would go for trash, or an Aztecs player or something. So that's what they're counting on. Uh-oh, CL overextending a bit here. And tanks out of position to punish that enough. Can I beat Mayans only with harps then? Of course, some rams also. Well, it's not too bad. Okay, first castle instantly going down. That looks like drill even being researched. And that's pretty good. Tim now coming over with paladins or cavaliers. That's pretty late of him as well. He did go for a lot of conquistadors though. Bomber towers going down. That looks like a pretty good engagement. Nice timing here for Leary. Is going for the full boom. Another bomber tower going down, and suddenly Vivi is looking down to probably only 1 castle here. This castle is going down at the front, and now the war wagons. That's a big weakness of them. They are so bad against rams. He needed to have some onagers as well, or needed to have Tim around. Tim is now going and producing to the right hand side, but maybe a little too late. Yeah, Magna is now retreating, and that was a pretty nice engagement here for Leary, buying Nadia some more time. Other side, we see Whoop going for Paladins. LB10 still stuck with Halberdiers only, not getting the engagement he wanted to have, and he 2 defense and 65 HP here. Tanks now, where do I see the Paladin upgrade? Not out, and Tim already is researching the Paladin upgrade, so he completely catches up in that regard. Not elite war wagons yet. Yes, that's true. They're getting up to popped 200 HP and 4 defense even. So Mangodoys are doing 1 damage? Cannot be true. Okay, Tank's now going for Paladins as well. More Plume Dodgers are coming over, and that's a nice switch here by the Chinese. Going for Paladin, Plume Dodger, although the setup was a bit differently. Yeah, the gold spot here at the main, not too great for Whoop. He is getting another extra gold spot at the back though, and needs to just instantly start trading, and then he should be in a fine position after all. Now the big question is, can the Koreans get onto SO as well? A unit that they absolutely need. Leary's castle is being denied here. Cielo is going for so many castles, look at that. And now the composition is just so good. Elite Plumed Archers. Nice amount of Paladins as well. Just waiting for the Halberdiers to go down. And then they have such a good army. Tanks very far behind at the same time. Paladins already out for Tim here. And Leary not getting the push in, sending more villagers to the front, but that's not going to happen. If it is, it's not really winning them the game or giving any advantage in that matter. Halberdiers now way too much in the front. Tanks chasing down. They're losing all their army. Look at that KD from level 10. 55 to 110, so that's really in the wrong direction. And CL again, so much killing. Look at that, 100 more kills than death in that small those small numbers here. Warwagon still doing so much. Nadia probably repaired already 2 castles until that 1 castle. Onager now out for Vivi, and then Nadia is not doing anything against this composition. And that's a big problem with only 1 Paladin Civ. Tanks went for Conquistadors too early, and now missing Paladins on this side and missing Paladins on the other side. He needs to have like 80 Paladins out. Maybe should even consider getting some Sling here, although with only receiving 80%, that's not the best option. Another castle of blue here, already up to 6. That will be number 7 at this moment. LB10 not really getting, anything really rolling for him. And this might be one of the shorter Regicide Fortress games here for sure. Tim, heavy amount of Paladins over here. Yeah, Leary is getting onto Mangodoys. But how will he fight against soon to be SO or Vivi? I don't really see it. Has some rams out, but look at that amount of Paladins. No chance for LB10 to hold. And now he has such a weak army. Look at that, dropping below 100 pop without really losing any eco. And yeah, that's true. And LB10 asking for resources here. That's looking so slim, and he does not have the transition. No Chukunu transition, no bombard cannons out. It's looking so tough. He cannot really contribute anything, and Tanks at the moment the only guy going for Paladins on that side. Cannot really hold. Where is the army of Nadia now coming in? But yeah, Plumed Archers aren't really the unit that perform endlessly well against elite war wagons and mass Paladins. Finally the castle will go down, and yeah, I think they should consider going for a King Snipe here, since it is Regicide Fortress still. Yeah, this is so over indeed. It was a normal game, I would even consider calling here. Only just now in the back, Leary trying to take an engagement, but cannot really take it. Is even at the front. Normally you want to have the Plumed Archers at the front. Or, well, Mangolites have to be in the front since they have one less range. Now the big push in here. LB10 cannot really contribute anything at all. Look at that. Whoop is just having the basically same amount of paladins, but having 50 plumed archers here in the back, or make that even more. 80 military on the map for him overall. And that just means there's no chance of tanks ever taking good engagement here. Even a monk in the back for Whoop, that might help a bit. He's trying to reposition himself, so tanks is actually doing pretty well, but such a tight choky area. And I believe CL is taking such a better fight at the same time. Nadia is not doing anything. Yeah, Mangolites are performing pretty well, but SO and War Wagons, probably one of the best performing units out there against Mangolites. Tanks is pushing it back, and everyone higher than 170 pop except LB10, who is only at pop 100. At the same time, the push is continuing here, and it's continuing so strong. Oh, big SO shots into the Mangolites masses here. And there's no chance now. Harbor deals without even all the upgrades going in. Now they're switching to elite war wagons to maybe snipe some of this. Oh, and big shots here against the plumed archers. They cannot really do anything against CSO. It's just even the missing shots are doing so much damage with the splash damage alone. And they need to fall back. Look at that military count. 11 for LB10, the rest struggling, 20, 40. And at the other side we have the lowest for Whoop with 30. And that's Paladins only. The others in their 40s and even 70 for CL here. And he's just doing a beautiful job of continuing to push in. LB10 cannot really contribute anything. Maybe trying to prepare his Chukanu switch now. But in all honesty, it's going back on both sides. Take a look, trade amount is looking so much better for Frantic as well. I'm a bit disappointed by LB10 and Nadia here, not having set up the trade at all yet. It's regicide after all, so you're wasting and investing quite a lot of units early on. And yeah, let's take a look. Is there a possibility of King Snipe? I don't really see any army running around. Okay, Leary is now trying to go for it. Where are his rams? Those Mangolites are the only chance to maybe turn around this game, but he is not having any rams around. He is not having any paladins around, so he needs something to kill a tower. He maybe needs something to kill a castle. I think he needed to have something. Yeah, in addition, but at the same time, I believe even 3v4 could be won by the Chinese now. They're completely giving up this side. They know they will lose the trade. That's maybe the reason why they never build it. And look at that, so many Mangolites already falling down to 4 castles in here, and yeah, they know they cannot do anything else. And GG, beautiful play, beautiful execution here by Frantic China. Interesting Civ choice, I absolutely have to say. Going for Koreans, going for double Paladins. So they skipped Mongols, they skipped Chinese. And yeah, they had the opportunity to go for elephants now. Which is pretty good as well in the very late game. Spanish absolutely a civ that you cannot skip, I would say, and the rest is pretty random, and I love that they went for different setups here. And as we can see, Mayans flanks against Koreans, no chance at all to do anything here. Literally with Mongols not getting the kills in. CL, look at that, getting so many kills against LB10, who had the ram push here. That's beautiful team play by the Frantic players. Absolutely loving it, and this game never really close. I'm a big fan of Regicide Fortress, but that game didn't really live up to the hype. And we have the 3-0 already here, and Austria are picking Cross as the fourth map. Random guy 999 fan asking, can I co-cast with you? No. He didn't sleep since Brazil was Austria yesterday. I slept 4 hours or something, but I did 17 hours. Went to sleep at like 5 GMT and woke up at 9 GMT or something. SY against Argentina in 40 minutes will be very sick. No jingle kappa. Well, Nikov needs to be in top shape, but even if he's performing 90%, it's more important that his other 3 players are performing pretty well as well. So Argentina, I think I gave them seed number 8, and I believe they even got seed number 8. Will be interesting. Just depends so much on how well they play together, if they prepare anything. Argentina starting lineup? I don't know. Probably Monos, Twig. Should even take a look at the roster here. Nikov, obviously. Juan won't play. Well, the lineup is FedEx, Nikov, Milo, Patin, Monos, Juan, Gary, Twig. So we have no idea who shows up. I think we will see Monos, Twig, FedEx, Nikov. But so many different options here. But let's focus on the last game of this series here. One other should be Nikov, Twig, Monos, FedEx. Yeah, let's see. Nili, did you ever play Hungry Hungry Hippos as a kid? Send me a picture of it. I don't know. Nili, if asked yesterday morning, what would you have concerned more likely? USA taking a game of Brazil B or Argentina taking a game of SY? Argentina taking a game of SY. Argentina's Milo is better than Monos, I've seen. Milo is for water. The game is going already. Oh, dude. The game is going already. Why aren't any villagers moving? And why are all the names crossed through? Tell me. Tell me! Oh no, I think I never played that. Never even saw someone in real life play it. I know how it looks like. How's it called? Veggie potatoes? Henry. Yeah, it didn't show anything for me in the stream either. Oh, everyone is taking my money now. Okay, 3-1 that Argentina's taking a game. What? I'm not even sure what side am I on. No. Am I betting that Argentina takes a game or that they're not taking a game? Keep the chat in English, please. And you want 3-1 odds? That doesn't really make sense, mate. I gave 2-1. It's not unlikely. Or am I getting 3-1? You say versus Brazil B, 3-1 for Brazil B. Brazil C can win against Argentina for sure. Argentina can drop out of top 8. That looks like not a running game as well, guys. Here, I can show it to you. Might be a restart. Oh, 2 Mongols. Oh god. No. It's more likely that Argentina will take a game than USA taking a game. But that's interesting. Nearly said something questionable. Let's jump on it and grab his money. What do you think about Canada yesterday? Not enough games to be seen, honestly. Finland wasn't too convincing either. I think at the moment they felt way weaker than I think SY will play. What's Brazil C roster? More of the unknown guys. They have Scratch, Magnata, Dunker, Jose Prento, Goodfella, Pink Floyd, Mahori, and Refn. So guys like 2k to 2.1k. Something about that. Mahori at the moment playing pretty good. Goodfella obviously very accomplished player. I believe Scratch isn't that bad. Pink Floyd is playing for years as well. So yeah. I think eventually it just stays with the Militative, they might be fine. In public practice games, that's why I didn't perform much better than Finland A yesterday. Well, that doesn't matter. Public practice, trust me, everyone is putting so much, like, public practice is public practice. That's not competitive play against each other. Germany A has beaten top teams in public practice or private practice and would have no chance against them in a real tournament settings. So that doesn't matter. Finland versus SY in round of 8 possible. Finland finished second group and SY will most likely finish 1. Yeah, it is. Was it Prento aka the guy who always carries flu? Yes. Maybe this time finals will be between 2 Chinese teams. It's possible. Flu played very well yesterday. Was super impressed by him, I have to say. Absolutely playing top level. Cannot say anything around that. Chris Dark Age, Feudal Age, good decision making, good unit control. Yeah. Absolutely on the level of Stark. At least that's what it felt like. Okay, now I'm fed off with the restarts. Let's jump into it. It is Cross here. Teutonic Tanks playing the Mayans pocket. His flank will be Spanish Habitant flank, so very unfortunate position here. We have Nadia, Mongols pocket, and Lyri with the Huns. Seems like 2 pretty safe rivers here. Short distance here, Lyri against Vivi. Both Huns here. And let's see how they will play it out. Vivi has a pocket of Mayans as well. And what am I saying? Yeah, CL. And whoop, Spanish pocket and Mongols flank for Tim here. So that's a bit better for the Chinese players here. Next time Germany should bring Land, Jordan and Shine back. Well, Land is probably like the 10th best player in Germany at the moment, and Shine is super rusty as well. That's bad. But yeah, Jordan still has the opportunity to play. Shot it. So we will see about that. And yeah, I believe it will be super uncontested fishing here in this game. Maybe Red will try to sneak something in, but should not work. Every time we'll have a lot of problems here against him. Kind of short distance, I would say. Look at that. I can fit both wood lines into one screen. Spanish against Mongols. And where's the boar here? Oh, Lyri going far away, trying to lure the boar of Vivi with the villager, actually. That's interesting. And 3 HP on that scout. Did he win against Lyri? Yes! He didn't win against Lyri here. The scout won, not 100% sure where it happened, but it did. And Lyri will most likely therefore play with 3 boars. At least that's what I'm kind of expecting. Nadia should maybe even take some damage off of this scout of CL here, so that he cannot relay him against Lyri. Let's take a look. Early mill here by Vivi, who will not go for a dog, therefore. Small advantage for Lyri already. Is he trying to go for the big walls over here? Wouldn't be the weirdest option. And I thought I already tipped that off. Or entered that off. Seems like I did not. What is LB10 doing? Is he able? Oh, LB10 with the sneaky dock here. That will be interesting. Tim is going for the defensive dock, and so is Whoop. Maybe LB10 can just sacrifice himself and get some sweet grushy on the enemy bases in. With a nice control, and that's nice team play. Nadia scouting the lake to see if they have any problems. Oh, look at that. Nadia not going for a dog yet kind of means she will be going scouts out of the middle. Sending a villager now here in that direction. Oh, I'm not 100% sure if that's the best. Why isn't she sending one over here towards Leary? It'd be so much better. Oh, sneaky villager now coming in here. Let's take a look. Nadia should see it. And chasing down. Okay, good job here. Leary is scouting that sneak. But the sneak of LB10 is alive. Tim is seeing it. Let's see how he's reacting. Tank's running into Wolf here. Hitting a second ball now. A bit later than you normally would see. And building 2 houses now. A bit out of control here with his build order. And Vivi's walking back. Everything looks fine. And Leary, why is he building a mill? That's so weird. Are they team walling this? And Nadia is not flushing. This is so weird. The build orders are so scrappy for the players here. So, and what is going on here? Why is Nadia not around with her scout pushing the deer here? And it seems like Tim is the only one with the 10:30 up timing. Quite late. Let's see how this continues. Leary will lose a villager against CL here, maybe. One villager still around. Leary is trying to chase down. And another villager even coming in. And that's something that Leary did not scout yet. He needs to send in more, and he's sending 2 more villagers. Great choice here. Nadia is killing the Eagle Warrior. Could go for the 1-for-1 trade here against the scout. And as we see, Vivi is having this villager out. At the moment, CL, the only guy fishing without any contestants here. And 2 more Austrian players uncontested for now as well. Take a look. Leary is sending in over a villager. And Vivi is walling himself in last moment here. And indeed, so that will be pretty ugly. Leary 25 seconds later though. And probably can defend against a 1-1 rush here. Oh, actually, not walled! And the dock might not even finish. Big fail here by Vivi of not being able to finish that dock. And he could be going for archers now. At the same time, China is going for the big team walls. 2 docks out for LB10 here. The tower will just deny everything, and but still will be a lot of that fishing ship for very sure. Very safe. I would love to see palisade wall behind that straggler as well. Then we'll see. Leary still no walls here at the front, and LB10 is going for the crazy walls. Not 100% sure if that's the best option. Same time, look at that. Tank's still not up. Still not up. That's super late. 30 villagers here. Only 11 fishing ships with that timing. People are so off with their timings here. 14-12. What are we witnessing? It looks like such a low level game. I'm a bit surprised. Now everyone trying to stonewall. Ugh. Oh, sneaky villager here by Vivi. He might be able to get his... I'm not sure what he's going for. He's now going for the full stone wall here in a basically unstonewallable map. And Leary sneaked a villager through as well. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, so that actually went up. And maybe another villager could go through. Nadia still not with a single fishing ship. And look at that, playing the pocket position. And... yeah, only 4 fishing ship. Or 6 fishing ship now. Just way too low. Not really a big fan of how most of the players are doing it. Look at those crazy walls. That's simply not how you play, mate. But yeah, feels like, well, that's the only way they think they can survive. And as a teammate is saying, we are building a team wall no matter what. He maybe thinks, okay, then I better start sending 6 villagers on stone and 5 villagers to the front. Tim, aggressive tower now coming in here. He's on stone. And yeah, he's controlling the whole lake. So that went reasonably well for him. Although, I believe, RB10 doing some harassment. Killing some of the fishing ship. Oh, what a crazy game here. I have no idea why this is going so scrappy. But that's the beauty of Cross. Now another dog scouted here. Nadia is seeing it. And... Leary now, wow, what can he do? Even building another fishing ship, something he cannot really afford at the moment. Tanks building a 3rd dock, not 100% sure if that's super necessary as well. Going for a lot of stone, so he will go for the plumed archer raid. LB10 running around and he will kill all the fish of Whoop, and that's pretty damn good. Tim very heavily on water here. Let's see, maybe this fishing ship might be going down as well. And yeah, that's a pretty good start. Overall fish is 18 for the Chinese guys and 26. Wow, 26 for Austria. Now going for the complete team walls here, as you can see. Not all stone walls, but looks pretty reasonable. I expect Nadia to hopefully build something more here, because if you only go for palisades wall and your teammates are all trying to stonewall, that's not really how it's going to work. At this front here, LB10 only having a house, pretty vulnerable as well. And yeah, some galley micro here at the side. And did Leary lose all his fishing ship? Yes, that's what it looked like. What it looks like. And CL, he is going for the castle. No, what? Oh yeah, he is. Or is he? It looks like a boom for now. Whoop going for conquistadors. And staying on stone. So maybe double castle. No, very unlikely. But we will see. Some knights now of Nadia. This is such a scrappy game here. Wow. So not too many walls up. Villager count a bit better for... well, it's pretty even, I would say. So team walls aren't up. Why is he going for farms? Tanks, you have endless amount of fishing ship. You should better invest into 30C, so an extra TC here, than into farms. A bit of a mistake, if you ask me. Really trying to micro here now. Is up to Castle Age. Vivi is not. Trying to go for the weird walls, not 100% sure what they are accomplishing. And Leary maybe should send his sneak villager around. Is Leary actually winning that micro war here? He's chasing Vivi down, not 100% sure why. Felt like the same amount of galleys. Okay, war galley upgrade now for Leary even. I'm not sure if that's not an over investment. But yeah, endless amount of fish still on this lake, so probably just want to be super safe and all good. But I believe like +2 would have been the better addition than going for war galleys. War galleys won't give you much in the future, and +2 would, if you ever get raided on the TC, or maybe if you go into, well, I have no idea, marketplace. What is LB 10's idea of this game? I want to go for the very early trade here, the teams. Having the Spanish and tanks now. Let's take a look. Trying to do some ratings here against Tim, who is getting punished quite nicely. Knights around here by Nadia. And some plumed archers, but getting protected by Whoop with his castle, who is still on stone. And is trying to get his fishing ship up nice and early again. Well, not early, but getting that counter again. LB10 got all his gold towers, one at the front here, main gold spot unprotected, or like not contested, no, it's all fine. Look at that, LB10 up to Castle Age, Teutonic Tanks up to Imperial Age. So weird LB10 that he never thought about building a defensive dock, but I get it. If there are 3 docks already in that pond, might be a bit too much. Tim, still not up to Castle Age as well. Still everyone's game, I would say. And now the big question is, does Teutonic Tanks go for Eagle Warriors? It looks like it. He only has 2 on stone. Now sending more villagers to the front. And that means, I believe Eagle Warriors should be coming in here. Nice defensive castle here for Vivi, being built by CL in his base. I believe that's happy. Getting some more kills in, and Nadia is booming. 64 villagers here. Only happy has more. But that's only 3 TCs as well, or is it? No, 4 TCs. Now going for the Siege Workshop and University. So the uptimings will be around 27 minutes Castle Age timing here. So tanks will reach Imperial Age before Tim will reach the Castle Age. Squire is one of the first upgrades here, and let's see how that will continue. To see mass eagles, plumed archers still around Whoop, with some conquistadors to defend. Tim trying to run around, and he's going down to 37 villagers. Not the greatest stuff ever. Well, if you build such an early market, I think you could have done 3 and just start the trade super early. Would have absolutely been an option. Tim still not walled. Why is the meter so weird here? They aren't playing the meter. So I can't really answer the question. The meter is trying to sneak docks and then get team walls up, but well, maybe they accomplished that, yeah. But I believe they didn't play it to perfection, and that makes it so weird. Game is super scrappy now. Let's take a look. Maybe, oh god, a 3rd castle here, and Leary will absolutely struggle against that. And I don't see Nadia getting on too much as well, but tanks getting Eldorado out first, trying to get all the ratings done. Let's take a look. He can still get in against Whoop. No chance here against either Vivi or Happy. Tim looks pretty open still. So maybe mass Eagle Warriors now with Eldorado can do the damage. Let's take a look. Conquistador still out. Eagle Warriors now scouted. The good thing for Austria is they have a Mongols player soon to be Imperial Age and completely boomed out against a Mongols player who is pretty much down. So again, the Elite Mangodites can do the damage here. Now Conquistadors trying to defend here in the middle, trying to get the stone walls up. Beautiful move here, quick wall, and that's exactly what they needed. That's so well done. They might finish it. Need to speed wall. Oh no! Eagles are getting in. And let's take a look. He needs to block this area. Teutonic tanks doing a good job. And yeah, blocking that area. Now focusing down the Conquistadors is an option. But running out of Eagles here. To continue to kill the Kongs and block at the same time. Sending in more though. Let's take a look. Not having the damage output as well. And now it's open. That should not have happened. Okay. Lyri now with some troubles here. Elite plumed archers coming out for happy. Lyri trying to go on to some manuals, but they won't do much against. Yeah, completely upgraded elite plumed archers here. Oh. Tanks won't be able to do the damage. No rams out. Diagonal gate indeed, but still doing the work. What is Nadia doing? Where is she building her castles? Only one. Is Nadia only having one castle up yet? Yes. And the other side we have CL with already 4 castles up. His fish boom was just so much better compared to the small one of Nadia. Look at that. How much fish is still left in this pond? And not too much over here as well. How is Blue? 5 castles already. Well, and this amount of fish really helped out. Did build his castles very late as well, so basically went for all boom. Let's take a look. Magnus shot will not get a kill, but maybe a lot of damage. That's actually pretty good, very damaging shot. And yeah, that was actually pretty well done by Lyri here. Not that he really achieved any kills, but he achieved a lot of damage and did get a lot of. How the heck do you build your 5th cast at 30 minutes? Well, as I said, a lot of fish really helped out here. Okay, Rams now coming over from Nadia. At the same time, tanks going in with Petter. It's trying to find the timing here now. Where is she going in? Okay, it's open now. Where is the army of Whoop? It's over here in the middle. Eagle Warriors should now spread out. That's a small timing where tanks can still do damage. Game is super close here at the 33-minute mark. Nadia, if she can get out enough rams, she can ram down all those castles. But at the same time, Vivi should be coming around with some knights. And if enough knights are out, there's no chance here for Nadia to use the rams to the best efficiency. So more plumed archers around. Oh, and that's beautiful by tanks. At the same time, Whoop not up to Imperial Age just yet. So that's a bit surprising to me. Lyri just clicked up, but not having the greatest eco. I'm not even sure with what TC. Losing his main TC really hurt. Every 10 on the way to Imperial Age as well. Completely uncontested, building an aggressive castle here. We have some problems for Tim to hold this, and Eagle Warrior spreading around. Tanks is getting the kills done, and Whoop dropping down. Look at that, 67 villagers only. Yeah, he still has some fish, but not the greatest efficiency anymore. And Tanks really doing the damage here. Whoop is dropping down lowest points. Tanks is taking this over. Let's take a look, and indeed, nice denial here of the re-wall. Tanks, look at that, popped 190. He has endless amount of villagers on gold, as he should. Where are them? Yeah, and is continuing to raid, and if the Mongols is getting shut down, maybe Austria can get one win here. Nadia. That's so weird how late Nadia is, honestly. Okay, Eagle Warriors now trying to defend against the plumes in small numbers. That's absolutely a good option here. Getting the Rex sneak through is just so good. Building that cast here at the front. Not a big fan of that positioning in the first place. Trade won't run too well. Lyri with his pop 50 or 75, only 57 villagers, will not really get on too many cavaliers. They have to rely on LB10 doing that work for them. Building an aggressive tower here against the gold. Not 100% sure if 1 or 2 tiles further back would have been a better option. Teutonic tanks idling so much of the eco. Look at that. Tim, at the moment 30 villages idle. Whoop, 22 as well. Eagle Warrior still running around everywhere. Most of them finally cleared up by the Conquistadors. Plumed Archers all coming over. Cannot really take the engagement now. Eagle Warriors over here, but only 3 Rams. I believe those are not enough. Vivi trying to help out with the Knights. Still waiting for the Cavalry upgrade, and now it's getting tough. Rams are coming in. Eagle Warriors, they didn't do the damage as they should. Rams now at the front, and Nadia still, look at that, so low numbers. What is she doing? Absolutely not playing on the top level that we are expecting of her. Should have went for so many more Mangodoys here, but didn't really get the numbers out. Tanks is raiding like a madman. Tim completely out of this game here. Maybe LB10 with all his paladins can crawl back into this game, but that attack was absolutely shut down. At the moment, China still in control, but this might change any moment. We still have 2 very important players kind of out of the game. At the other side we have Leary, very low with pop 90. And Tim only now going back to, or getting up to Imperial Age. LB10 and Vivi both getting paladins here, so they are not, in a huge advantage here. But LB10, nice amount of stables, but his military count at the moment is still looking at only 1. Not too convincingly. Preparing some Rams here is Teutonic Tanks. Maybe can continue and ram down even the TC of Tim here. Not that that is too important. Where is he going in? Well, he reached him, so that's not the big issue. Where is Nadia's castles? Where are Nadia's castles? She only has 1. Okay, now going up to 3. That looks a bit like a sling. Ay, ay, ay. Military count only at 8 at the moment. No bloodlines as well. Going for light cav now. Plus 2 defense. Guys, Nadia's playing a pretty poor game. LB10 coming over, and if he gets onto mass paladins, maybe he can do something. We are counting on Leary to get onto mass paladins as well. We will see how that will go out. Lots of upgrades coming in here as we would be expecting. And the poor Leary is getting a very heavy raid against him. But no reinforcement really to come over. CL blocking all that way. Now they are trying to push in. Where's tanks? Still not having the +4 attack here. LB10 pushing in. Those traps will absolutely go down. LB10, nice amount of army here. So is tanks. Tanks still raiding everywhere, but getting shut down here by CL, who's playing an amazing game. We can see CL needs to go back here. Nice surround by tanks. Beautiful positioning. And that's so much damage against CL. Look at that. So many going down. It feels like he will only survive with 10 plumed archers. It was happy out of position. At the same time, Leary has the defense here. What a beautiful engagement, and so many losses for CL here. He's trying to go back a bit more into the safety of his castles. He has so many castles over here, so he can just fall back further and further. And LB10 and Teutonic Tanks needs to regroup. Where is the siege here? Not really out. 3 castles still by Nadia. Military count only at 12. That's way, way too low. Maybe Tim might even get back into this, but has 2 gold spots and 1 stone spot here denied. I'm not sure what is that all about. Not 100% sure how I should react to the situation. I will give you this and hope it won't take too long. Okay guys, not as bad as expected, sorry for that. And I'm back in here. We have CL going for mass plumed archers as we would expect. Now Nadia finally back onto numbers. And LB10 pushing in here as well. Leary coming from the back. No paladin upgrade for him here though. And we see another attempt of tanks trying to go in and do the damage against him, who still is out of 2 gold spots, out of 1 stone spot. So he's really struggling and is getting raided over here. Tim not getting onto the mango die numbers that he wants to go. So maybe Nadia in the long run can do the damage. Denying that castle here should be a pretty good start with that. Okay, maybe continuing here. Is there a possibility to raid the trade? At the moment, trade card amount is pretty low in general. Paladin amount 4. LB10 should get even higher. He is now pushing in. Whoop is coming here with a lot of paladins as well. I believe this should be pretty even numbers. Maybe a bit more for Whoop, but pretty poor positioning, and the castle helping out for LB10. So they will try to regroup. LB10 now even mixing him some light cap. He should go for some of the gold spots over here. Has enough control. And Tank's actually building a castle over here. Not 100% sure what that is all about. Should have probably sent the stone over to Nadia. I believe that would have been the better option. Nadia trying to regroup. LB10 going in here, and Leary completely swiped off this map. Look at that, 68 pop, and they are struggling to hold all over this area as well. Teutonic tanks now going for the plumed archer switch. Mango dice. Nadia needs to regroup. The amount of mango dice is just so low. 30 mango dice only here. LB10 needs to regroup. Nadia trying to hold on to this area where the mango dice here from the top. Not 100% sure if you really want to go for that kills. Maybe leave 1 mango die, but you need all the mango dice here on the hill. Trying to do some microing. Where's LB10 when you need them? He is taking the big fight against Whoop here. He is not in the middle. We have 2 players going for paladins. LB10 finally coming in and sending some more paladins here to the front. Where's the rest? Nadia needs to go over. 1 castle down. She is down to 4 castles, soon to be 3 now. Where is the buffer here? No more meat shield for Nadia. And we see where is Tank's army here at the moment is only at 20 military. As a Marians player, compare that to the 90 here of CL. He is absolutely steamrolling another game. Happy is playing this incredibly well. And indeed, this is GG. Nadia's transition was so late here. And a beautiful play of CL, who just went onto no army at all. And just at the boom, steamrolls through. Leary, he couldn't do much, and yeah, just was a great fish. Very convincing performance. That's a 4-0. Oh, GG's. Okay guys, it's incredible. Okay, 3 hours are over, and at this very moment we should have the main event of the day, China SY against Argentina A. So guys, let's go into the achievements and see. Incredible amount of army again, 95 here. Tanks did quite a lot of damage, but yeah, needed Nadia to perform a bit better there. Maybe go on to orange just a bit earlier as well. Aye. So that was